Hi, this is Peter Schultz, developer of WordPress plugin WP Data Access. In this tutorial, I'll explain how to create a parent-child page to handle a many-to-many relationship with the Data Projects tool. In the previous tutorial, I explained how to create a parent-child page to handle a one-to-many relationship with the Data Projects tool. Many-to-many relationships are a bit more complicated, but can be managed with the Data Projects tool as well. In a student administration system, for example, you could have courses and students. The relationship between the two could, for example, be defined as classes. A student can be on several courses, and a course can be attended by several students. In the relational database terms, this is called a many-to-many relationship. With the Data Projects tool, you can create data administration pages for many-to-many relationships. I have already created the necessary tables before I started recording this video, so let's start to build the data administration pages for this relationship. First, we'll need to create a new project. Click on Add New, enter a project name. For my example, I'll use many-to-many. Enter a project description if you like. Add it to the menu. Give it a menu name. Let's say I call it many-to-many. And save it. Now let's get back to the list and add it again. Let's add the data administration page for our many-to-many relationship. Click Add New to create a new page. Make sure you add it to the menu and give it a menu name. Let's say we call this End-to-End Demo. Select the table type parent-child and select your table. In my case, Demo Course. For now, I'll give the administrator access to the menu. I'll come back to that later. Save the changes. If I refresh the page now, I can see that the menu appears here on the left side. Although we can already view the new project page, we're not done yet. Let's check this out. As you can see, we can view the parents, but if we click on a parent to edit, there are no children. This is because we have not yet defined the relationship. We have to define the relationship first. So let's go back to the Data Projects tool. Let's view our data model again before we define the relationship. On our page, the course table will be the parent and the student table will be the child. This will give us an overview of courses for which we can see the attending students. You could also create a page that shows an overview of students as the parent and courses attended by the student. You can try that later yourself. Before we can define our relationship, we first have to load the table structures in our repository. Go to Manage Table Options. Click on Add Table to Repository and add the necessary tables. In my case, this will be 3 tables: Demo Class, Demo Course and Demo Student. I'll add them one after another. And I'm done. To define the relationship, click on the edit link of the table Demo Course. It might be a good idea to add a many-to-many relationship in 2 steps. The first step is to add a one-to-many relationship between the base table and the relationship table. And the next step, you extend this to a many-to-many relationship. I'll add a one-to-many relationship first. The course table has a one-to-many relationship to the class table. If you select the class table as the target table, you'll see that the target column list box is updated. Select course ID and save the relationship. We can now test if we are on track by going to the project page we just created and check if our relationship works. Let's do that. This is an overview of our courses. Let's click on a course, and now we see there's a tab class which shows us the students in this class. We would in fact be able to use this page to add students to a course, but we would have to enter the student ID for each student. It would be much nicer to be able to select students by their name or other attributes. That's our next step. Go back to the Manage Table options. Change the relationship type of the course table from one-to-many to many-to-many. And notice that there is added a new list box at the other end. This is the other end of the many-to-many relationship. For this demo, I'll use the student course. Save the relationship. Let's see if our many-to-many relationship works. I just click on the first course ID, and there you are. The relationship disappeared. Let me try to explain what's happening. We've defined the course table as the parent and the class table as the child. We've also defined that the relationship should use the column course ID to create the reference. At the other end, we've defined the student table as our relation table. But the plugin doesn't know which column to use to build that relationship. To fix this, we have to define the relationship between student and class as well. Go back to the Manage Table options and select the student table. Add a relationship to the class, the demo class table, and use the student ID as the reference column. Save the relationship. Now let's check again. As you can see, we now have a working data administration page for a many-to-many relationship. Let's see what it can do for us. There are 4 students on the Java course, me and my 3 sons. I can update the course information at the top of the page. I can also update one of the students directly in the section below. Let's switch to the HTML programming course. As you can see, there are no students on this course yet. So let's add an existing student. Here I get a list of all available students. Let me just select the first one and then select Add Selected Rows, Apply, and go back to the list. As you can see, the student is now added to this class. Let's add some more students. You can see in this list that the student which is already on this course is no longer in the list. So let's add 2 more students to this list and go back to the list. You can also add new students directly from this form. Click on Add New and enter the name of your new student. I just enter John Demo for now. Save the changes, go back to the list, and there's John Demo. And this student is now added to the student database, so I could also add this person to another course. Well, that was it. I hope this video helps you to get a better understanding of the plugin, especially of the Data Projects tool. If you have any questions or run into trouble using the plugin, please use the WordPress forum to get in touch.